Alrighty everyone, welcome back. It is now January 16th of 2025. We have just 4 days until the 20th, and we are witnessing this before our very own eyes, that most people within the woke media are beginning to really get bent into shape because of all what looms in just a couple of days. And this is exactly what I mean by how a lot of those in the media, those in the film industry, those within the entirety of Hollywood really just should stay out of politics and stop dragging their political opinion into everything, whether it's film, whether it's music, whether it's newscasting via different correspondence from different programs out there. That's exactly why we've seen such backlash and pushback coming from the public, and it's working to a massive extent. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new, and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. So, Whoopi Goldberg, she's another one of those unhinged individuals on live television 5 days a week, and we know that she is just as bad. Maybe not as bad, but just as bad as Sunny Hostin. Now, one thing about Sunny Hostin and Whoopi Goldberg is that we know that they say the most illogical things out there that really make no sense at all. They're really not all that in tune with reality or how the regular working people out there are seeing the world and how they view the media now. It really seems like that they're very naive with all of that. Now, what's interesting about this is that Whoopi Goldberg goes on yet another rant. Now, she's been somewhat silent for, I would say, a good couple of weeks when it comes to how serious she really gets and says the most outlandish things out there. Interestingly enough, though, with the woke media now just desperately attempting to win back their lost followers and viewers, one major program that is ever failing involves ABC/Disney, with The View and how Whoopi Goldberg continues to make things worse with the ratings. Now, Whoopi recently delivered the following just 4 days before the 20th. You know, as a grown woman, in which I am, I think I have every right to say what I have to say to protect this country, and to just knock some sense into the American people after falling for so many lies and promises that won't be kept by the president, who has no clue what he is talking about, by the way. If you or anyone who believes that he is creating change already, or is going to create positive change days after he takes office, well, I hate to break it to you all, but that's just never going to happen with a misogynist who is in office. I see so many Americans falling for his lies every day, and day in and day out, and come January 20th, I think you're gonna see just how crazy this man truly is. I mean, did you see how he wants to save TikTok with an executive order? That is ridiculous behavior coming from him, and how Elon is his new best buddy. It just looks so unprofessional and not presidential to be seen with Elon all the time. I get the sense that Elon is just mooching off of him at Mar-a-Lago. He acts like a child, and how the president allows something like that, this is very telling of how he will run the country. We all need to realize that those are coming into after everybody in the media. I think we all should be concerned. Myself, Sunny, and Joy, we talked this over. We have to consider there is a great possibility that we will be locked away from our careers after he takes office. We need to come to terms with the facts that women of color will no longer have the respect they once had just the past 4 years. They will be excluded and ignored. I am calling for it right now. You are going to see a massive shift in the media, and not for the greater good. It will be an invasion of the media. Myself, Joy, and Sunny deliver truth and facts to the people, and this man and his followers want to say that we are spreading lies. I got news for the incoming president. You are very well indeed a criminal and a misogynist, and that's no way to run a country, ever. So, let me pause here about what Whoopi Goldberg is ranting about. Now, we've seen these unhinged rants coming from so many celebrities, so many personalities, quote-unquote, on live television, especially in the media, really beginning to get very angry and very bitter. And it seems like that they just can't deal with the fact that we have a new president coming his way on the 20th. And that really just is shaking them up, right? Now, at the same exact time, this is exactly why I say celebrities in general, most of them, not all, there's a small percentage that are very level-headed and really have true common sense, but 98% of them truly have no idea how the real world works and how reality really works. Now, the thing about Whoopi Goldberg is that she really is going off yet again, and it's only making ratings worse for The View. This is exactly why I always say that Whoopi and Sunny, I think, are worse than Joy Behar more often than not, because they really don't get a clue on when to kind of stay silent or when to call it quits with their rants. But one thing about ABC/Disney is that, yes, this is typical of them. They use The View as a series of talking heads to deliver their agenda, to deliver their overall ideology. Disney, I have always said this, but they are the most stubborn studio out there that really just does not want to back off of their ideology. Now, what's interesting about Whoopi Goldberg is that she goes on to say how women of color will no longer be respected in the next 4 years like how they were respected in the past 4. And that's another complete lie, alright? We know that everything related to this transition has nothing to do with excluding anybody or anything like that on purpose or just for that sole reason. It's all about merit, responsibility, professionalism, and all of that really is common sense. That's all that matters, right? It has nothing to do with color, has nothing to do with, your gender or your race or whatever it may be. That's where I have a very big problem with a lot of these people in the media and those celebrities within Hollywood. Is that they always play the victim card, they always play the blame game on that, right? They scapegoat. She goes on to conclude, and I don't care if what I say bothers those that have a different political opinion or leaning. It's the truth and people should acknowledge the truth. I think we get too much flack for really providing the facts. Well, guys, The View does not provide facts. She goes on to continue, what it really comes down to is that we have a lot of men and surprisingly women now that just don't like women on live television. This is the hard truth that I have to deliver to you all because it's been a growing issue, especially in the past 3 months. Our peers like Joy Reid and Rachel Maddow also are just getting this pushback that is so offensive and undeserved. MSNBC and CNN deserve better. They really do. We don't need to listen to programs that just use their airtime to attack correspondents. We need people like myself delivering the truth. So notice how Whoopi Goldberg there blames women now for really contributing, quote unquote, to excluding women on live television or really making them feel like they are not worthy of being on television. So now she's blaming it on not just toxic men, but quote unquote toxic women. So this is Whoopi Goldberg again saying the most crazy things possible that really just do not stick at all. Nobody buys any of this. It's nothing more than a way to get people, out of shape and riled up, I think. I think that what she's doing is done on purpose to really anger people, and that's what I really believe at the end of the day is exactly what Whoopi Goldberg, Sunny Holliston, and Joy Behar have been doing. They will say whatever they have to say to get their words out there, to convince some of those that fall for their lies, fall for their false narratives, right? So I would like to hear what everyone has to say about Whoopi Goldberg, because we haven't heard from her saying things so crazy like this in quite a little while. I mean, she had a little break there, but she just could not, resist going back on the bandwagon again. So overall, I would like to hear what everyone has to say about The View, ABC, the ratings disaster happening over there, and how that's truly spilling into other programs, by the way, like Jimmy Kimmel Live. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.